comes a time in a man's life where a man must summon forth thick dinosaurs in attack and defense. Roll that intro. Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate Proper, back at you with the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is day 43. We're done with Elemental Week for now, so it's back to just random decks. And today we're taking a look at Dinomorphia, those dinosaurs that like to set up traps, fusion summon, and then set up even more traps. It's a very trap-focused archetype. And we got ourselves our Dinomorphia deck today. We're going to be taking in the Yugioh Pro, show off the wombos, the combos, the what-dos, and the what-not-dos. Going first as often as humanly possible in order to set up all our traps, do all our fusion summons, and screw with our opponents in a variety of ways. So we got ourselves our deck here today, thanks to Mr. JRPG King, who really wanted us to take a look at thick dinosaur attack numbers, because our monsters can get pretty beefy the lower our life points get. So we got our deck. We're going to go into Yugioh Pro and show it off. If you want the whole deck list, it's at the end of the video as usual. But for now, let's show off this deck in some live duels and show you exactly what these guys and gals can do. Alright, everybody, our first opponent, another day, another card game. Now, with Dinomorphias, you really want to try and go first as often as humanly possible, because they are very focused on all those traps. So going first is kind of a necessity. But our opening hand's not too bad. I mean, I've got Frenzy, I got another Frenzy, and I got a couple Solemn Johnson, so that's pretty much what we're going to go for right at the moment. We got Solemn Johnson, and we might as well set them all. It doesn't really matter too much. The thing is about Dinomorphia, we want to pay them life points. We don't want to have life points. The less life points we have, the better. It's kind of like playing reverse Aromage, essentially, is what Dinomorphia is about. So what our opponent's going to do, I don't know just yet, but we'll find out in a minute. Let's go ahead for Dinomorphia Frenzy. We'll pay half of our life points to a fusion summoning. Or I was going to, but I don't get to do that. But now I can, because I have Dinomorphia intact. It's counter trap, pay half more life points, negate monster effect, the good stuff. And we're going to go ahead and use two of our monsters in the deck, or one in the deck, one in the extra deck, I should say. Let me think. We'll use our Stealth Bergia. Sure. And we're going to do a fusion summon right now with our Kentagrina. She's a very nice card. That way we got ourselves at least set up with this. And our Kentagrina, I'm probably mispronouncing your name, but basically, she lets us reuse our traps by paying half of our life points. Which again, that's what you want to do in this deck. You want to keep paying half your life points. We're going to summon out our Rexsturm now, because he is our big, bad boss monster. And again, we're just going to send Stealth Bergia. It doesn't really matter too much. But we're going to summon both of these. And that's basically where you want to start off with this deck. You just want to get the fusions on the board and just kind of start running over your opponent. It's pretty nice. What do we have now? I need more. So we're going to play Fossil Dig. Nice little fossil. I probably should have kept the Stealth Bergia. I could have summoned it next turn. But it's okay. I'm not going to need it at this point. At this point, it's all good in the hood. And what do we have trap-wise? That prevents battle damage, which is perfect. Alrighty. But yeah, this is what Dinomorphia is about, folks. We just summon out our monsters. We pay in our life points. The less life points I have, the bigger our Kentagrina is going to be. And we're going to go ahead and get Brute, just in case bad things happen. Basically just like pop one of mine, pop one of his, that sort of thing. And I also have my Rexsturm. My opponent can activate monster effects that have more attack than I have life points. So, you know, the less life points I have, the better it is. Let's just attack with this one. What are the odds this is like a 3k defense wall? There's no chance. It's a kuriboh deck! I should have known. I should have known it's kuribohs. Okay. Let's see. Pay my life points. Talk about monster controls. Well, that would allow me to restrict him more. I'd rather keep some life points. Kuriboh, of course. The one thing that could provide a problem to me. Such is the way of things. Let's go ahead and attack into Kuriboh. Alright, now things are going to get very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed, because now he's going to have kuriboh and multiply. Don't tell me he doesn't have multiply. 5-star Twilight. Okay, that I can deal with. That sucks having to beat up my favorite boy, kuriboh. Oh, kuriboh. You fool, you're supposed to put that in attack mode so you gain life points. My foolish fool. Alright, doesn't matter. Alright. Taking a minute to chill. It's good to be back in the seat. You know, I had Ultra Memphis and Spooky Memphis for a week doing their thing, and damn it, I enjoyed it. Don't tell me I didn't. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But right now it's time for us to duel, and I want to give a quick shout out to everybody at home. We did hit the 790 subscribers recently, so big shout out to everybody at home for that. We're getting very close to that 800 number, and it's gonna be beautiful. It really will be. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. It's been a long journey, but it continues today. Dinomorphia's doing exactly what they want to do. He's got Link Kuriboh. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do Rexsturm now. Sorry, my brother. I'm getting half of my life points again. Now you can't use kuriboh effects. And my opponent surrenders. But that's exactly what's going to happen a lot. You know, when we get the boards going, this is what we want to see. We want to see our Rexsturm paying life points, weakening things, making it so our opponents can't use their monster effects. We got ourselves our Kent Regina. Okay, I'll remember that one. Kent Regina, we're using our traps. We got Therizia, who sets the traps. And then we have Diplos, who we haven't used yet. He gets us monster stuff. So that's the deck in practice. Let's go ahead for some more duels, though, because there's a lot more things this deck can do that our opponents are just not aware of yet. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. We don't get to pick, though, which is bad, because I do have an out to going second, but I didn't draw the darn thing. Like I said, Dinomorphia is a very heavy going first sort of deck. It is not as good going second, especially against a beatdown. Why did you choose to go first in ancient years? They're more of a beatdown bunch. Then again, they have a lot of other things too, so we'll see. We'll see. What are you going to make? Howitzer? Just going to go bare bones basic with it? He's going to go bare bones basic with it. He's going to make Howitzer. Howitzer doing? They're pretty good. My opponent thinks that he's hurting me. In fact, he's only making it easier for me. Like I said, we're all about that sort of thing. All right, let's see here. What's the attack of this thing? 1800, you say? I don't have few enough life points to do all the things I'd like to do. That's the thing. Therizia could beat over this, but I don't have enough. I have too many life points. Funnily enough, we have too many life points for once. I guess we'll get... Let me think about this. I just reuse that. Let's go ahead and get intact, so I have a negate here. We'll get alert set up, and that way I can summon out 2 of these. I get Diplos, and I can get Therizia. Kind of wish there was a third Dinomorphia main deck monster, but it's not quite a thing. I guess it's in lore. It's just the 2 of them and a few dinosaurs. Kind of their shtick. But let's go ahead. We'll end our turn for now. Now I just need to, like, do stuff. Like fusions and stuff. So we'll wait for him to do that first. We're going to wait for him to do the damage. Then we're going to do those fusions. I'll pay half of the life points. Use our Dinomorphia Frenzy. If he ashes us here, that's fine. I was going to save this for Howitzer, but I'd rather get my plays off. Thank you. I can also use Intact, but that same thing. Tit for tat, titty for titties. So we're going to go ahead and use you, and let's use one of our copies of Rexsturm, because we have plenty of. That's why we have so many copies, is just so I can, you know, do the fusion over and over again. So once again, paying half the life points, reuse the trap card, that's what we do. That's what we do. Go ahead, do something. Activate alert. Gonna get Diplos. That way Diplos will do a thing. We'll be nice and set. I should also mention that all of our Dinomorphia trap cards, I was about to say spells, there was no spell in this archetype. But all of these do have effects that allow us to, I can prevent damage of various types. So we're going to special summon you, using you, and you. Rexterm. And then Diplos here, I'm just going to send a Dinomorphia monster to the graveyard, just to get things out of the deck. And let's see, who prevents battle damage? Card effect, no effect damage, no effect damage. I'm going to send an, let's see, I can't use another intact. Let's see. Card effect, where's my other fusion? Effect damage, no. No, effect damage. A lot of the ones I actually brought are for effect damage, because that's like the biggest kick in the teeth if you just like you're pulling someone's Gaga Cowboy on you or something. It can be very annoying. But now I have a nice setup here. I have fewer than 1,000 life points, so he can't even use Howitzer. Or if he can, it's like whatever, basically. This is unaffected by card effects. I don't think he can use Howitzer anymore, but I could be wrong. But he can't use Ballista, I do know that. As nice as a card of Ballista is, he cannot do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. But yeah, this is what Dinomorphia is doing. So far, we haven't seen our other tech cards, though. I do have some other nice techs, like the Supreme Gate thing, which is really just a side thing, but, you know, with all the traps that we play, and it does pay half of our life points, so it fits into everything we're doing. No, he's not doing any effect damage this turn. He's just getting back this thing, which doesn't do him any good anyway. Doesn't really do him much good. Let's see. Can't activate effects. Exactly what I want to hear. So we're going to set this. We're going to normal summon Exodia and do the do. Yeah, if you're wondering, we have Zark in the deck. It's because we have lots of traps, we pay lots of life points, and, you know, Zark does both. And, you know, if my opponent plays a spell, I have the potential of summoning, like, a whole board full of big dudes, and I can still do my fusions. So, why even not? Why even not do that? Let's see. I'm going to leave you in defense. I'm going to put you in defense. I'm going to think about this. Let me think about that. Let's attack it in the Ballista. I don't trust it. I don't like the way it looks at me. And I could just, let's see, I pay life points. His monster's attack will become equal to my life points. I'd rather save that just in case. I think I'm good. I don't need to do that right yet. Let's attack into its Howitzer. You know, normally Howitzer, pretty nasty dude. This gets destroyed, and then he gets summoned whatever he wants, but I'm going to go ahead and attack that. 338 life points. That's a weird number of life. Dinomorphia is getting to some weird life point numbers. I mean, look at this guy. 2338 life points. That's a weird number. Starting to vaguely wish I'd put Gaga Cowboy in this deck, but really wasn't much room left in the extra deck, considering all the stuff that we do with it. But we should be pretty good. That's not necessarily good. I mean, this is why we save the Rexterm, like I said. So, Ancient Gear Fusion, get into Howitzer. Can he use its effect? If he does, I'm not dead. I got it intact. And my opponent surrenders. Because he just couldn't use his... I was worried there for a sec, but even if he could use it, I can negate effect damage. So, it's all good. But that's, again, what we want to see with Dinomorphia. That's what they do. They go in, they just summon out the big old fusions, and if your opponent's not prepared for those big fusions, if he's not playing, like, field nukes or something, they're going to have a hard time with it. You know, most of this game is monster effect heavy. So, Rexterm alone is a trouble for a lot of decks. But, you know, that's just how the game goes. If you're not prepared for everything, you're just not. So, let's go for a third duel. Because so far, these are going nice and quick, and I want to duel as much as possible today. Alrighty, the third opponent, the fighting third. And Scissors. I knew Rock would have done me better. Scissors again. Thank you, Scissors. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. What do we got for a hand? I mean, it's always good when you get Frenzy. Let me put it that way. It's always a good thing when you start with a Frenzy, and a Therizia, and an Alert. Let's see. Let's just get Diplos. Why not? We already have Therizia. We'll just have one of each. What are you gonna do? Gonna hit me with a Droll and Lockbird? That ain't gonna do you any good, son. I don't do that much searching. No, it wasn't anything. For some reason I thought I was stopping. Alright. Let's go for Therizia. Let's go ahead and get our Intact. Because Intact's just one of the most powerful cards in the deck nowadays. You know? Considering the fusions uses cards in the deck, you can get ashed with this. But Intact really helps prevent all of that nonsense. So we should be good here. Even if things go really bad, I have my emergency tech, the Nibiru. You wonder what Nibiru's in here for? It's exclusively in case we're going second. Like I said, this deck does really good going first, very bad going second. These guys were not meant to go second. It is not their thing. But yeah. Okay, we're up against some Dangers. I love Dangers. One of my favorite little archetypes in the game, man. In all of the game, it's one of my favorites, personally. So we're going to go ahead and use those two. Bring out our Kent Regina. See, I got her name right this time. And Tsuchinoko. Alright. Tsuchinoko will discard itself, and he gets to summon the darn thing. And I get to, you know, do things too. And if you want to know about Kent Regina's attack, basically, it loses attack equal to our life points. It starts out at a nice balmy 4,000, but you need to have, like, pretty low life points to do things like damage with Kent Regina. But that's not her point. The main point of Kent Regina is to reuse your traps and all that good stuff. No. And you see, now I've got things set up with my alert. Now that I've got alert set up, because I've got one of each Dinomorphia in the graveyard, meaning I can summon them both. See, we plan things out with this deck. It's very, very planny outy. Let's put it that way. It's a very planny outy sort of deck. Right, so we're up against, what you call these things again? Danger Darkworld. I remember that deck. That was the finale of 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season number 1. That's how long we've been doing this show, if you couldn't tell. Oh, yeah, Darkworlds. One of the cools. Let's see, what is this doing? Discard a card, target special summon monster. Well, I don't really want to do this, but my alternative is that I lose my boy, and I kind of need this to live. Kind of sort of need it. We'll see where this goes. He's already used Snow, he's already used Rambo, he's got Brow, the Huntsman of Darkworld. And I can negate another monster effect, right? Pay half, I bet, no, it's only the normal traps, that's right. That's fine, too. I'm going to activate my trap card now. Let's go for Danger Alert. Alert, alert. And you might be worried about the Therizia on my board, but don't worry, because I have Rexstorm. Minute this dude tries to go into, like, the battle phase, I can just say, hey, my monsters are now bigger. And my opponent surrenders in the middle of combo. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Danger Darkworld, that you didn't get your field spell and all your nonsensicals. I don't know why I'm shaking my hips like that. Don't do that. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. But the point is, my opponent rage quits at the mere thought that I was doing it. I just played that trap to play it. Honestly, I did. I just wanted to have monsters on the board. I don't even have any links. I don't even have any links. I don't need no link monsters in this deck. I only need to have all my little Dino Girl and Dino Boy. That's all I need. I don't even know what dinosaur. I guess he's a Diplodocus. I just got that. He doesn't look like it, but that's what he is. But that's good for duel number 3. Again, with this deck, you go first with it. It's pretty damn good. It's kind of like playing Trap Tricks, but with dinosaurs. It's Trap Tricks dinosaurs, basically. And without the links. It's got fusions instead. But we got time for one more duel, I'd say. I really hope that we can get into our other tech cards, because we do have those. I mean, we haven't even had anyone try to, like, Harpy's Feather Duster us. That's the sad thing. I have text for that, too. But for now, let's go for a 4th duel. Labolina, prison bars will not hold you. Yes. Alrighty, so it is our turn. We're going first again, which is good. But unfortunately, we did not get our Zark Trap. That is the bad part. I like the Zark Trap. You know, it's a thing. It's a side tech, but it's a tech I really wanted to show off today, because it's just funny to do, you know? Well, unfortunate that we'll at least get Frenzy set up. We'll get Solemn Johnson set up. It's something. It's not what we want, but it's something at least. But let's see. We're going to have to wait till the main phase, and we'll see what our opponent's playing. He's playing the new Exodia stuff. Alright, Explodia, obliterate my balls, I guess. Let's go ahead and send Therizia and our Rex Sturm, thank you very much. Summon out our Kent Regina. And then Kent Regina be like, I will pay more life points. And do it again. And yeah, we'll summon out our Rex Sturm. And I just realized this might be a little trickier than I'd like to say. Because... what was I going to say? The boss of this is the Exodia. Right? The Exodia that does things. Does that count as a spell effect or a monster effect? Because if it's a monster effect, then Rex Sturm would stop it. And I need him to have a monster to, like, use Rex Sturm's effect and hopefully knock out a little bit of this stuff my opponent does. Okay, so that counts as a spell effect. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, well that's unfortunate indeed. I was hoping... well, I can stop the spell. That is true, I can stop the spell. Although this Therizia in attack mode is not ideal, but we'll figure that out as we go. Let's go ahead and Solemn Johnson that. Like I said, I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to have Millennium Giant Exodia on the board if I can help it. This card battles, neither can be destroyed by that battle. So he basically has the power to infinitely protect himself with both of these, because both of these can't be destroyed by battle. Which is the annoying thing. Can he use more than one of these per turn? Apparently he can. Okay, that's bad. I think I just... do I lose there? I might, because this thing... once per turn, this card battles during damage count. Make a gain attack you through your life. Yeah, I think I just lose there. I think I just lose. Oh, the one thing that can counter us. The one thing, the fact that this thing is just, it makes himself 6,000 and my life points. I don't have the trap in the grave. Wrong graveyard. I don't have the trap that protects my bloody life points. I take no effect damage. Okay, well, regardless, we'll do Dinomorphia's what they do. We're going to pay ourselves our life points and say, yeah, your monsters are going to lose their attack points. They're all going to go down to 500, which, oddly enough, would make Incarnate bigger. That's the funny thing. It also makes Dynasty bigger. Also makes him bigger, but yeah, that's going to be game for us, because he can just use Incarnate to... oh, wait, no, he can't. He can't anymore, because Rex Sturm negates the effects of monsters with attack equal or higher to our life points. So he can't use his Exodia. Ah! I completely forgot about that, man. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. Alrighty. Well, I'm good with that. Thank you. Let's see. Destroy invasive monster with the lowest attack. Let me think about... okay, let me think about this. I don't have enough to destroy his everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to summon out our Diplos, which might seem like a silly thing, but we're going to send something that will prevent damage from battle, just in case. And it does burn damage as well. So we're going to do that. Millennium, what's this guy do again? Reflection. This card, what is a continuous spell? Gain life equal to half the attack of a monster on the board. Ah! Don't you gain life points on me, young man. Don't you dare do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some battling. We're going to attack into Sengenjin. Don't tell me that's not who this is. I'm going to attack into Sengenjin, do some damage, and... oh, you can just go right back there. That's annoying. That's kind of an annoying thing, and unfortunately I can't do anything else, but I can play Fissure and just blow up one of these. Does it matter too much? No. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. I'm just going to put one on back. Opponent cannot target level 5 or higher spellcaster with card effect. I don't care about doing that. I don't really care. I'm more concerned with how I'm going to out this. Don't you do something useful for me? Activate some monster effect, inflict damage. This card stores my... No, that doesn't help me. I kind of need other things to help me. That's the problem. If I got my... Let me think. If I get another Therizia, I could get my burst. That way I can at least get rid of the dudes who are protected. Better than nothing. What is this? Moon of the Closed Sky. Target a face-up monster this card points to, which it can't, so... Okay. Links on a Link 5 monster. Use that monster's material. I mean, for starters, that's in the wrong zone. Second of all, this thing's effects don't do anything. But that's cool, too. Okay. But doesn't he have to pay life points to do some of these? Oh, you know, he can just reveal a card in the hand. That's that, too. Alright, here comes Sengenjin again. This is an interesting back and forth, you have to understand. Because normally, we don't have to worry about monster effects. But because these count as spell effects, then he can just do whatever he wants to do. That's a kind of the tricky pickle we're in. We'll see where this goes. I mean, here's the thing. Rexsturm, I can just ram over Caveman. Or whatever he's about to make. Another one of these. So, him having this link is actually a problem for him. I can just make this thing tiny and then ram over it whenever I please. So I don't know what his plan is to get rid of Rexsturm or whoever he's trying to get rid of. It won't really do him any good. That's the thing. And let me think about it. You know what? I really wish this guy had a quick effect. Let's see. Well, it does. It only works on monsters on the board who do... You know what? Screw it. We haven't even seen the bird. Why not? You know, let's just summon the bird. Let's see. From the deck. From the deck. I'm just going to summon him over here. Because why not? We'll summon our Stealth Bergia. If my opponent does use a monster effect, which he can't, then this is going to allow me to inflict burn damage. Not that it matters, but I'm just telling you that's what it does. So, okay, Exodia is on the board. Let's go ahead. Use Rexsturm's effect. Just gonna do it now. Doesn't matter too much. Let's go make it 125. 125 attack power. Oh. What does this do? Pay half your life. You cannot activate, blah, blah, blah. Destroy many cards in the spell trap zone possible. Inflicts damage. Then equip 5 forbidden ones. 2,000. Oh. I'm glad I put the thing in the grave that allows me to survive this. Okay, does he... Wait, does that mean he gets like 6,000 or something? What did he do? Did he misplay? He might have misplayed that. Destroy... Let's see. Okay. My opponent will end his turn. Okay, well that ought to be... Ah, damn it! Damn it, now you show up, Soul of Supreme King. You were supposed to be here 4 turns ago. What the diddly do? What the diddly do? Why you do this to me? Alright, well, that is an unfortunate thing there. Well, at least I got the trap. It's here. It's nice that it's here. I just wish it was here 4 turns ago so I could have shown that off. I mean, theoretically, I could just, like, not attack, but... Like, oh, well now he's going to survive the turn. Okay. Maybe I'll still get to do this. Cool. Alright, well, let me think. I could fuse again. I don't really need to, though, so let's just go for the battle phase. Alright, my opponent survived. Hey, that just gives me a chance to go for Zark. Although part of me does wish I had Adam Millennium Cross... From the deck to the... You know, I'm going to... No, it doesn't... I'm just going to attack this anyway. Doesn't matter. His defense is too high. These can't be destroyed by battle. Man, this guy's deck is... It's kind of a good counter to what we're doing. Because... I didn't pack anything for monsters that couldn't be destroyed by battle. Yeah, it wasn't really a big thing. Alright. again with mood. Like, I mean, he keeps making this thing. It's a really nice card and all that, but it doesn't do anything to me. That's the kicker. It doesn't do anything. Like, he can keep summoning his boss all day. It doesn't matter. Rexstorm is a big counter to this thing. Although, that's a trap. And I believe the traps in this archetype are actually... Oh, the Exodia trap is actually pretty nasty. I don't remember what it does, but I'm pretty sure that's a bad thing. So this has a... let me think. Activate Rexstorm. There it is. Exodia Flame. Add a forbidden one. Shuffle 5 Exodias. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. Well, that's not good. That's really bad. Damn, I don't think I can out that. Do I have any... Wait a minute. The one Dinomorphia card I did not pack was the one that stops back row. Well, shit. I don't think I'm just not... That's not good. That's just bad. That's just bad in every definition of the word. So all my guys get blown up, but everything does activate. So this will summon a Dinomorphia. This will summon a Dinomorphia. This will summon a Dinomorphia. Everybody's going to do something. So we'll use Stealth Bergia. That'll summon back a monster. We're going to use Rexstorm, which will bring back a monster. We're going to use Kent Regina to get back a monster. Let's see. I mean, I'm already going to get all the monsters, right? Let's see. Banshee Trap. Right, 1, 2, 3. No. Wait a minute. I think that's enough. I'm going to use Diplos just in case. But that should be enough to get everybody back. So we'll get back a Therizia. We're going to get back a Diplos. We're going to get back our Kent Regina, because why not? We'll put everything in defense mode because he still has battle damage and battle phase and all that good stuff. We're just going to summon everybody. And then everybody's going to activate. We'll use Therizia's effect. We'll use Diplos' effect. And we'll use Kent Regina's effect. 62 life points. That way I can summon another Rexstorm using Therizia and our Kent Regina. Summon this thing. And then we're going to send to the grave. Send to the grave. And then I'm gonna set Brute because I need it desperately. I'm going to send... so many difficult decisions here. I want to send... I need to set Brute. No, I don't really need to do that, do I? I can just beat over that. But I need it to get rid of the shield. Okay. So we're going to send Intact, just to prevent damage and stuff. Burn for 500. And then we're going to set the Brute. And that should do it. Because now he's got more attack than I do. And I forgot that it is my turn. Oh, wait, it was my turn this whole time? I forgot. I forgot it was my turn! So much things would happen at once. Okay. But that should mean I win, right? Because now I can just attack into this. Yeah, there you go. I was overthinking that so much. But damn, that was a back and forth. Like, what was going on there? I was not in control of that at all. Flying by the seat of my pants. That's what we do sometimes. So there you go. That's Dinomorphia. They beat the Exodia Incarnate. Okay, I think that's pretty good. You know, we've done pretty much everything the deck wants to do, barring one thing. Well, two really, but you know, it's all good. Let's go for the end screen. Talk a little bit more about this deck and give you all the deck list. Alrighty, everybody. Dinomorphia's Dino-Might. We went 4-0 with this deck. Like I said, you go first with this deck. It's very effective. You know, we got a lot of searching power with Therizia. We have the ability to search out Therizia with our Fossil Dig, which we never needed, but we have it. And, you know, you get yourself set up with all your trap cards. As long as you can get into Kent Regina first turn, you know, fuse into her, then fuse into Rexstorm, you're able to lock your opponent out of a lot of their monster effects. and then you just start, you know, paying your life points, dividends. Just the more you pay, the more it pays back to you. That's the thing about Dinomorphias. So we were able to do that. We were able to beat into our opponent, stop him from using monster effects to annihilate our balls, and, you know, had a good time doing it. I enjoyed playing Dinomorphias. This is actually the first time I played them, but it was a fun time to play. Pretty simple deck, easy to understand. It just works. And we didn't get to do everything. I mean, Nibiru was here in case we needed it. And I never got to see Wannabe, but this is a nice little card if you're going first. As well, sadly, Zark didn't do anything. I never got hit with, you know, Harpy's Feather Duster, so I never got to summon out Phoenix Enforcer, but such things happen. So I hope everybody enjoyed seeing this deck today. Here, real quick, the deck list. And they'll go into, well, I haven't finished tomorrow's deck yet, but I'll tell you what we're doing. So for today's main deck, we have 3 copies of Nibiru, 3 copies of Therizia, 3 copies of Diplos, 3 copies of Wannabe. We have 3 copies of Fossil Dig, 3 Fissures as my cheeky tech for outing giant Nibiru tokens. We have ourselves 1 Called by Grave in order to stop hand traps. Triple Imperm if we happen to be going first. We have 1 Waking the Dragon in case our opponent's playing Harpy's Feather Duster. We have triple Dinomorphia Domain for fusions. 2 copies of Alert to recover our monsters. 3 copies of Dinomorphia Frenzy for even more fusion summoning. 2 copies of the Soul of the Supreme King as our cheeky tech to cheat out Zark and potentially flood the board with giant beatsticks. We have 1 Dinomorphia Brute for popping my opponent's annoying cards so we can't beat in battle. We have triple Dinomorphia Intact, which is not only a good counter trap in its own right, but it also can protect us from hand traps. So essentially, it's allowing us to play, you know, 4 copies of Called by the Grave, and of course, 3 copies of Sergeant Johnson. That's it, Sergeant Johnson. We got 3 of them things because it's just amazing for the deck. For the extra deck, you can vary from what you want to put in here, but I run Odd Eyes Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. We also have our Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon and our Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon as our targets for the Zark combo. We have 2 copies of Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia because it's a nice monster to get out. You can get more monsters if it gets destroyed, and it has the ability to, you know, burn your opponent a little bit, which doesn't come out often, but it is something. 3 copies of Kent Regina because she's a super important card into the deck. You can't really play without her. You need her in order to pay out the life points and get all the fusions on the board and keep reusing them traps. We have our Phoenix Enforcer in case of Waking the Dragon. And of course, 3 copies of our Rex Term because he is the boss monster of all boss monsters. And I'm pretty sure this is Kent Regina having transformed into a giant robot dinosaur. So that's pretty badass, not gonna lie. So that's the deck. Oh wait, almost side deck stuff. There's a few little side decks, mostly extra deck choices. If you really want more negate in the deck, might I recommend the most annoying fusion monster in recent years, good old Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, who is now out. If you want to play Ash Blossom or any sort of like the Ghost Girls instead of Wannabe for whatever reason, and you have room for some synchros that you want to try out, there's things like Psychic End Punisher, Chaos Angel, things of that nature. And a Wannabe as well can be used as the tuner for Chaos Angel. So that's an option because we run dark monsters. That is something you can do. Not that you often do it, but you can do it. And as well, we have all these level 4s, so considering things like Evelzor, Lagia, and Dolka, that is also a possibility. So that's today's deck, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow is day 44. We're taking a look at the Rika archetype. I gotta re-look up what the suggestion was for tomorrow. But basically, it's gonna be the new Rika archetype with some big bugs on the side. Still working on the deck a little bit. I'm still spitballing things there. But we're going to work on that and have that up tomorrow. But for now, thank you everybody for watching. If you did enjoy, consider hitting the like button to let us know that you enjoyed. Consider subbing to help us grow because we're almost to 800 subscribers. And for now, your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again very soon. Till then, y'all stay safe, you stay happy, and you have a good one. Take care.